Okay, this one is, am I the asshole for not getting over a broken cup? My initial reaction is gonna be yes, but once I start thinking about it, I think no, because it could have some sentimental value because I get attached to things. We live in the middle of nowhere and host a July 4th barbecue and fireworks show for my family. Last year, my sister-in-law Megan decided she didn't want her daughter drinking from a plastic cup. She's 3. Megan went into my kitchen and went through my cabinets and found my chip from Beauty and the Beast that my mother got me at Disneyland. Uh-oh. Oh, ah, giving a ceramic mug to her toddler, it was dropped and broken. She did not tell me about it and saw it in the trash. I asked a cousin who was inside the kitchen, and he saw Megan tell the daughter not to tell anyone that she broke it. What the f, Megan? Megan, what the fuck? Not to tell anyone that she broke. You're f***ing joking me. I confronted Megan, and the scene got very ugly, mainly because I asked, why do you think it's okay to go through people's stuff and break them while being a guest in the house? For real. She tried to tell me her daughter got the cup, and I said the cup was on a shelf in an upper cabinet and couldn't have reached it.
Megan.
Megan acted like I was in the wrong because plastic cups are bad for her daughter, doesn't drink from them. Then don't break. What? Don't give your daughter things. If they're a toddler, you are responsible for the child. I told her toddlers shouldn't be drinking from coffee cups and apologize when they break something. This put a rift between Megan and I, and she has yet to apologize, so when it came around time for this year's 4th of July barbecue, Megan is off the guest list. As she should be. As she should be. My husband told my mother-in-law, who said I'm still going at it over a stupid cup, and he should divorce me for being so petty.
No, she should divorce him.
Yeah, like, maybe. You're literally saying divorce over the same petty thing. What do you mean? So now my mother-in-law and some of my husband's family isn't coming, and I say good. My husband wants me to drop cup issues, but it's not only about the cup. It's because his sister felt entitled to go through my cabinets, take an item out. Her daughter breaks my beloved cup, she covers it up and puts it in the trash, tells her daughter to lie about it, and when confronted plays the victim and refuses to apologize for her behavior and blames me. I don't want that deceitful bitch in my home. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Damn. I think, like, yeah, the whole thing behind it of her lying and all that shit is, like, the thing that just makes it even worse. Alright, this one is, am I the asshole for hiding my mother-in-law's hurtful birthday present from my husband from him? No. My female 27 husband, male 28, is clearly not the favorite child of my mother-in-law, female 54. She has 3 sons, and my husband is the eldest, and only one not from her current husband. Wait. She has 3 sons, and my husband is the oldest, and only one not from her current husband. She separated from his father while she was pregnant, and shortly after this met her current husband. After a while, they became parents to both my husband's younger brothers. They are 6 and 4 years younger than my husband. The relationship between my husband and mother-in-law is not really bad. She's not evil or trying to hurt him, but she just isn't very affectionate towards him. All 3 of them moved away for university, and my mother-in-law sends packages of sweets, clothing, or something like that to his younger brothers. My husband never received a package with the exception of his birthday. His brother got a brand new iPhone, 2 expensive pullovers, and 1 parfum. What is that? Perfume? For his last birthday. Similar to the other brother, and I would guess most of the times for their birthday, it's something in this price range. She writes a nice card or a personal letter for them and sometimes bakes something like cookies as well. My husband is sad every year. It's not about the money, but 2 years ago he got a 40-euro gift card for an online shop, sent via the online shop. I tried to talk to him about it, but he's so hurt that he doesn't want to talk about it. I waited a few weeks and tried to talk to him again, but he refused. Last birthday, I gifted him a little vacation and texted my mother-in-law that she could gift him a tour for one of the museums he wanted to see there. He dreamt of going to the city for years. It would have not been expensive, but thoughtful and would probably make my husband happy. She said she already had something. It was a candle. He's not very into candles, and a shower gel. This year, a package arrived 2 days before his birthday. It was small, and I could see it came straight from an online shop. We weren't at home and our neighbor took it. When I came home, my neighbor told me that I'm lucky to see him because he's away for the weekend and we would have missed the package. I just knew it would hurt my husband. I asked him if he could keep the package a little longer so my husband would get it after his birthday because it's probably something disappointing from my mother-in-law. He laughed and agreed. One day before his birthday, I told him the package from his mom arrived, but our neighbor was out of town. He had a great birthday, full of friends, lovely cake and gifts, and didn't think about it one time. Our neighbor gave it to him yesterday and made a joke that his dad is also bad at picking gifts. My husband got curious and asked him about his words, and my neighbor told him everything. Ah, fuck. He talked to me while his brother, who was there for the party and stays with us for the week, was present, and said he understood it. His brother told my mother-in-law, who is now furious with me. She texted me and the group chat of his family lit up. She said that I'm mean and spoiled and had no right to hide the gift. So am I the asshole? How are you spoiled? What? Edit. Sorry, English isn't my first language. Edit 2. His brothers never said anything about the different presents. Now his brothers said that he found it harsh for me to hide a present. My husband is older, and apparently that's why it's justified to not get expensive or thoughtful gifts. Funny enough, we are nearly 10 years together and he never got a good present, even when he was the same age as his brothers. One of the brothers also works like him, so it's not the job that makes the difference. I don't think it was an asshole. Yeah, not the asshole. OP, you're not the asshole. Yeah, Mother, you're the asshole. Okay, this one is, am I the asshole for refusing to give a lift to a disabled veteran? My initial reaction is no, though I'm sure that's because I don't know. I'm gonna say no. I might be wrong though. 19 female. Oh. No. 19 female, have been riding motorbikes since I was 17. I have a full license, but I hate having people on the back of the bike. I've taken some of my lighter friends around on it, but even then, the added weight and responsibility of a passenger stresses me out to no end.
You.
It's valid though, especially if you're on a motorbike. Yesterday, I was on my way home when I saw another biker pulled up to the side of the road. I pulled over alongside him to see if he needed help. He told me the frame on one of his wheels had bent. He said he lived a few minutes away and he could get his van, load the bike up, and fix it at home. This man looked to be 6 foot and 120 kilograms, which is double the weight of anyone I've had as a passenger before. He asked me for a ride and I explained I'm not comfortable with it. He tried convincing me, assuring me that it was only a few minutes, but I stood my ground. I offered to stay with his bike and while he walked or hailed another ride. He started mentioning how he was a disabled veteran, clearly expecting this to change my mind. He is an immigrant, but not even my country's veteran, which I still refused. He called me a and told me to leave. When I got home, I told my brother about this, and he called me selfish for not putting up with my discomfort to help this man. Am I the asshole? No. Since some people are failing to understand what I meant by he is an immigrant, not even my country's veteran, I meant he literally didn't serve my country. He's a veteran for another country. I just don't like the idea that, like, when she said no initially, he was like, I'm a veteran, you should do that. Not the asshole. Alright, this next one is, am I the asshole for refusing to help my best friend pay for university after getting a large scholarship? No. I am a prospective university student, 18 female, and I have been incredibly fortunate to receive a substantial scholarship that covers most of my tuition. This scholarship is the result of years of hard work, countless extracurricular activities, and maintaining top grades. My best friend, who has always struggled more academically, wasn't as lucky. Despite his best efforts, he didn't get any significant scholarships and is facing a daunting financial burden to attend university. Recently, he approached me with a desperate plea. He asked me if I could use some of my scholarship money to help him pay for his tuition. He argued that since I have a lot of my expenses covered, I could afford to spare some of the money to support him. That's weird. That's weird. He promised to pay me back after graduation once he secures a job. Bullshit! I smell bullshit. I was shocked and explained that the scholarship money is strictly allocated for my education, and even if it wasn't, I couldn't risk my financial stability on a promise. Literally, what kind of audacity? Even though my fees are covered, I still need to work, find other ways to cover living costs, and what the scholarship hasn't covered. Since then, my friend has been distant and resentful, accusing me of abandoning him when he needs help the most. Shut the up. He thinks I'm selfish for not sharing my good fortune, and most of our mutual friends have sided with him. What the f? You don't need those people in your life. What the f? Have sided with him, saying that I could afford to help. Now I feel torn between my a commitment to my own future and the guilt of not helping my best friend. That person is not your best friend. That person is not your best friend. They are an asshole. They are a piece of shit, girl. You need to. This is a huge awakening. This is a drop them. Drop the whole friend group. They all suck. Overall, I just think that's so rude to be like, well, I guarantee you that dude would not have done the same anyway. But the fact that he thought it was okay to ask like that and then turned the friend group against her or sided with him, that's weird. That's just weird to me. Yeah, I don't think this person's the asshole. This one is, am I the asshole for refusing to go on a family trip because I feel my boundaries were not being respected? No. I'm gonna say no. For context, I, male 30, was invited to a family trip by my brother, 34 male, with my mom, 62 female, my uncle, 58 male, and 2 cousins, 33 male and female 33. Everyone mentioned in this trip has a significant other except for me and my mom, who is a widower. Damn. When planning the trip and picking the house, my brother indicated that my mom and I would have to share a room. I let them know that I am not comfortable with this for 2 reasons. 1, my mom is a 62-year-old woman who deserves her own space and should not have to share with anyone. And 2, I am a 30-year-old adult man who should have his own room. I even offered to pay the difference with regard to a bigger Airbnb. My brother and his wife then got all huffy and puffy saying they would share the room with my mom and that you don't need your own room, you're single and are being selfish, and offered to share the room with my mom and I should take theirs. Now, I don't want to speak for my mom, but she is too nice to stand up for herself in these contexts. I've spoken to her and know how she feels. However, she just said that she is okay with the arrangement to make my brother happy. The truth is, she told me that it makes her feel like an afterthought and that after losing my dad, she feels like she is treated as less important or valuable due to stuff like this. This is not the first time my brother has tried to pull something like this. She told me it made her feel like he or anyone else in the family did not really care about her to even consider giving her her own space. She was also upset that nobody else was asked to share the double room, 2 queen beds. For context, she is one of my uncle's older siblings, the oldest in my family, and feels like my cousins and uncle always treat her like less, and nobody will be sharing a room, except their spouses or kids. I just feel like we should all have our own rooms, and they should all be equal. I don't want to have to share a room just because I am single, while my brother basically rolls out the red carpet to everyone else, giving my cousin the master bedroom even though my brother is planning the trip, or force my mom to have to do the same thing. When I offered to just not come since it would solve all the problems, they got all huffy and puffy again, calling me dramatic and saying I'm disrespecting the family. So, am I the asshole here? I'm gonna say no. I wouldn't even want to go at all. I would just be like, no, I'm not fucking going. Absolutely not. Okay, let's do... Oh, there we go. There's absolute poo mode, apparently. It's already said yes, so let's see. Let's see how he did this. I adopted my son when he was born. Oh, okay. I adopted my son when he was born. It was an open adoption, but the birth mom, Beth, was so greatly ashamed for being a teen mom that she didn't follow up on any contact. Which was fine because I had no intention of involving her too much. The truth is that Ethan grew up with 2 dads and 3 older brothers. We always try to have him spend time with girls. A couple of years ago, when Ethan was 9, Beth reached out to see how he was doing. I think she spent the last 9 years being an overachiever so she'd feel worthy of having a relationship with Ethan. Ivy League, married a hedge fund dude, yoga, etc. What the fuck? What? Ethan is incredibly self-aware and intellectual. You cannot bullshit him, so he and I enjoy a very open relationship. I told him his mom reached out to me and asked about him. I emphasized that she didn't forget him, but she had to go away and work on herself. I asked how he'd feel about talking with her, and he said he was open to it. They have a good relationship and spend time together. He's met her husband. It's been a good thing to know his bio family. Ethan is starting 6th grade, and he has to pick an elective class. There have been arguments on what the class will be. Anyways, he told Beth about it, and she fucked up by getting involved with the matter. She said what's the big deal about his doing yearbook? He should do what he wants to do. It's his class. I was like, you got me fucked up. I said, girl, you are not his mom. You are more like a siblings, and siblings don't get any say in parenting decisions. Oh! Okay. You take a back seat. You're a seat filler in the life of Ethan. Just don't forget your place. What the What the She didn't say anything and went radio silent. I was the bigger person that reached out. You are not a bigger person for saying that. I said I've been raising that kid for 11 years, so it was triggering for you to give your 2 parenting cents. You need to understand that. He understands that, so you should too. I guess she's waiting for me to apologize or something she did. I will not. Once you do that, then everything goes bad. Open relationship with your son? He obviously knows she has an issue with like wanting to be enough for him. That's why he specifically stated it earlier. And then like to go that far, like I can understand being like, oh, I mean, I don't know. He didn't even wipe. He did it. Oh my god, it's smelly in here.